Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patience. I focus on fashion, food and everything in between. Today we are in my kitchen because everybody in this house is craving for Nigerian beef sausage roll. The good thing about Nigerian beef sausage roll or Nigerian sausage roll is that you have choice of what type of sausage you would want to use in your sausage roll. So you can either use the beef sausage, pork sausage, or the chicken sausage, depending on what your preference is or what your taste bud agrees with. So let's get into making the sausage roll. But first, let's start with making the dough. Let's get into it right now. So we're going to start making the dough right now. This is my flour and I have my baking soda. I'm going to be adding the baking soda right into it. And also I have my nutmeg already grated. So it's just to mix all the dry ingredients together before I put them into my KitchenAid mixer. So I'm going to be putting the flour into the KitchenAid mixer. I'm going to be leaving all the ingredients in my description box, the quantity I'm using. So as you can see, I have two different tools here. I usually start with this one. It helps in crumbling the flour. And this is cold butter. Both the milk and the butter that I'll be using are cold, and even the egg. It helps make the dough crispy. You can actually use your hand to do this dough. It's just that I'm a lazy person, so since I have this, why not use it? It makes life much more easy for me. I just have to be careful. So I'm going to be mixing this for 10 minutes before adding. I'll be mixing it for 10 minutes before adding the milk, and I usually put this into the milk, the egg into the milk, and I whisk it while I wait for that to crumble. So this is my egg milk. My milk is unusually thick because I had to put it in the freezer, so it started icing up. So by the time it's ready, by the time this is ready for me to turn it into it will be in the right temperature. It doesn't really matter if it's ice or cold. Anyway. So as you can see, this is what I was aiming for the flour and the butter mixture to be crumbled. So I've achieved that right now. So I'm going to be changing this to, I'll be using the dough hook to make my dough. Before I attach the hook, I'm going to be making a well inside here and add my milk and egg mixture. I used salted butter, that's why I did not add salt to this. Some people actually add sugar to their dough. I don't like adding sugar to my dough because I just like it salty and my children love it that way. So, and you can actually use milk Sorry, you can actually use water. I remember the first sausage beef roll I made, I actually used water and it came out very well. So let's get into mixing again. So I'm going to leave this for another 10 minutes. So our dough is ready. This is what the dough looks like. I'm bring it out. So I'm just going to knead it a little bit and let it rest. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to cover it for about 20 to 30 minutes to allow it to rest while I prepare put it in the fridge to let it rest. I usually use, it's a combination of beef and pork. It's very nice. Like I said earlier on, it depends on your preference. You can either use beef, you can either use beef sausage, chicken sausage or pork sausage, or just like me, a combination of both beef and pork. So this is what it looks like. What I'll be doing is to remove the casing from the sausage. This is how it goes. This takes time for me to do. I just don't know why. So this is how I do it. Just remove. It's still frozen. I'm done the casing all the sausages. I'm going to be cutting them into my food processor. You can actually use your hands to mash this, but this particular sausage is so hard for me. And like I said, I'm a lazy person. This just makes life easy for me. Oh, this one still has eyes and a little bit of the, oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. See, I still have a little bit of the casing here. So this is how I cut it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm already salivating. I'm so hungry because it's past 12 in the afternoon. So I'm going to be adding cayenne pepper into it and onion powder, garlic powder, and my black pepper. I'll be leaving the quantity of everything I'm using in the description box. Also, I'm going to be adding nor cube to add a little bit of salt into it. Since this has salt already, and the butter I use for the dough has salt as well. So, take this to the right place. See, okay. are good to go. We should be. So this is actually the texture I was aiming for. I'm going to transfer this. Oh my god, I'm so scared of this blade. I remember the first time I used this, I was trying to wash the blade, just, oh my god, what the blade did to me that day. I'm always very careful whenever I use this food processor. Oh my god. Just have to be careful with the blade. Oh my god. See, the blade is so scary. Very dangerous. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Get you ready to roll out the dough. So yeah, that's we're done. I have to cut them into 4 parts so that it will be easy for me to roll out. So I did not add flour because most times when I add flour to my surface, it's so difficult for me to roll. And at the end of it all, it even makes the dough harder than the way I want it to be. So that's why I did not add flour to my work surface. This is the part I don't like because it needs energy. Lazy people like me. But I have no choice. Since I'm craving this, I have to do it. And I promised my kids I was going to make this for them. They really like this sausage. So one more thing, I try as much as possible to make this dough light. Since I'm going to be adding the sausage into it and wrapping it more than 2 times, I try as much as possible to roll out the dough so that it will be light and not too bulky when I put it in the oven. That's why I like flipping it over and rolling it out. This actually helps my flabby arms. It helps tone my flabby arms. So if you have Christian mother arms and you don't carry dumbbell, this is a good workout routine for you. That is if you like baking, of course. So I have achieved. So one more thing. This is what I do. Instead of adding the where's my scissors? See? Can't find my scissors. Instead of adding the beef directly into the dough, I just transfer it here first. That makes life easy for me. So this is what I do. So long, I'm not supposed to make it that long. And wrap it as if I'm wrapping the actual sausage. I don't know if you guys can see. So this is what I do. Let it be here. While I make this flat a little bit more before transferring it. My egg wash, so that I'll be able to seal this sausage roll. I'm going to be adding a little bit of this here. This will help seal. So it's time to transfer. You know, you can just use a spoon and do the transfer, but I prefer putting this here. It makes it, I don't know, it adds more beef to it. So this is how I wrap. 1, 2, so 3. Reset. So I'm going to be cutting this into bits, little sizes. It helps to control the quantity we eat, and I just like it this small. Anyway, I'm going to be I'll continue with the same process. Baking tray here, I've added the parchment paper to it, so I'm going to transfer. I'll continue with the same process until I'm done with all the dough I have here. All the dough. I'm going to glaze this with egg wash so that by the time I put them in the oven and they're well baked, you see them all golden brown and nice looking. I can't wait to have this. So after making this, when it's ready, I'm going to go back, sit down and relax on the couch to watch a Netflix series while I eat. Oh my God. This has really sucked out the energy in me. Rolling out this dough is not funny at all. So make sure I get this right. So my oven is already preheating. I'm going to be baking this for 30 to 35 minutes, 30 or 35, whatever. Imagine my kids should not come here and hear me talk. They say, "Mommy, why do you sound so funny?" because I'm saying 30 or 30, 35, 30, whichever one. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, these babies are ready to get into the oven. My oven is preheating already, 350 degrees. So just see those beauties ready. So our babies, our edible babies are ready. Can you see how beautiful they look? Golden brown. And I'm ready to dig into. Let me show you what it looks like. So let me show you what it looks like in the inside. These are lovely. Can you see? Oh my God. This is, anyway, just hold on. I can't wait to dig into. There's nothing like taking this sausage roll with a chilled cup of Pepsi. This is how I like. This is. It's too hot. This is very nice. Very, very nice. Anyway, thank you once again for stopping by. This actually took my mind back to when I was small, because my dad comes back home with this from his place of work. He doesn't finish his lunch, and the smell of it alone just took my mind back. Thank you once again for stopping by. Thank you to my old returning subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. And also, if you've been watching and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. And also, there's a bell notification sign that you can tap on. That way you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.